Sine and cosine rule, part 1. First of all, we're going to look at the sine rule. In a previous clip, we looked at how to find missing sides and angles in right-angled triangles. And these are the formulas we used. In this clip, however, we're going to look at finding angles and sides in any triangle using the sine rule. The formula for the sine rule is A over sine A equals B over sine B, which equals C over sine C. In this format, it is used to find a missing side. Alternatively, we could use it in this format. Sine A over A equals sine B over B, which equals sine C over C, and this is often used to find a missing angle. These will have to be learned as they are not given in the GCSE exam. Let's see how to use the rule. First of all, label the triangle A, B and C, and then the sides small a, small b and small c. In the formula, small letters represent the sides and large letters represent the angles. Now to give the triangle some values. So we've got one side and then we have two angles, and they want us to find side C. Remember, to find the side, this is the format of the formula you use. For the sine rule, you use opposite pairs of angle and sides. That means that we have an angle and an opposite side, an angle and an opposite side, and an angle and an opposite side. They are the pairs. To use the sine rule, you only need to use two pairs. So either this pair and this pair, or this pair and this pair, or this pair and this pair. And within the two pairs you use, there has to be only one unknown, and that is normally the value you're trying to find. Now when we have this pair, we have the angle and the side. This pair we have neither, so that's no good. But this pair we have an angle and a side. So I'm going to use this pair, which we have both values of, and this pair, which we have just the one unknown, and that is the side we're trying to find. So we're going to use A over sine A equals C over sine C. So the first thing we do is we substitute in our values. So we have our angle A and our side A of 24, our angle C, and then we have our unknown C, which we're trying to find. So then we substitute them in. So we have 24 over sine 110 equals C over sine 25. We then use cross multiplication, so we bring the sine 25 up to the top and multiply by the 24 over sine 110. So once we do that, we then input this into the calculator to find our value of C, which comes out to be 10.793, and if I round that to three significant figures, C is 10.8 centimetres. So let's have a look at another example. In this example, we will be finding a missing angle. So let's go ahead and label our sides, and then when we're using the sine rule to find an angle, this is the format we use. So let's have a look at what pairs we have. So we have this pair, we have the angle on it and the side, so we'll use this pair, and then this is the angle we're finding, and we have its opposite side, so we'll also use this pair. So we have two pairs with one unknown. So we're going to use sine B over B equals sine C over C. So let's go ahead and substitute in our values, and we're trying to find sine B, so we will bring the 4.7 up and times it by sine 68 over 5.6 using cross multiplication. Then we input this into our calculator, which gives us 0.7781. Now, like before when we used SOHCAHTOA, whenever we have sine B, when we actually want to find the angle B, we do the inverse sine of 0.7781. So you press your Shift, then your Sine button, then type this in. And that gives us B, which is 51.1 degrees to 1 decimal place. With the sine rule, you can use any letters. For example, if the triangle is PQR, you would first of all label the sides, small p, small q and small r. You would then write the formula as p over sine p equals q over sine q, which equals r over sine r, to find a side, or in the other format, to find an angle. The main thing to remember is that each fraction pair have to be opposite each other. Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Pause the video and then try these. How did you do? Here are the answers. If you answered any incorrectly, have a look back through the video and then try again.